Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw here on the Danube, and I'm on Riviera Travel's William Wordsworth, and we're sailing up the Danube to Vienna for the Asta River Cruise Expo. And I'm here with a familiar face, Marilyn Conroy, who is now, new title, Executive Vice President, Business Development for Riviera Travel. And why the new title? We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more on Insider Travel Report. So let's get to the basics. How many total ships do you actually have in the water right now? I know you got 2 coming up.
In the water right now we've got 11 because we've got a new one, the Radiance, coming out in June. She's going to be on the Danube, and the Rose is on the Douro. So by the middle of the year, the answer's 13.
13. So we'll have 13 ships on the rivers of Europe. And let's and where does Riviera Travel go right now on the rivers?
Everywhere on the 10 main European waterways. We have over 50 different itineraries to offer our clients, and as you know, we've always prided ourselves on coming up with some pretty innovative new itineraries.
Yeah. Now let's talk about your title. You were formerly, I guess it was Executive Vice President, Sales and Marketing, North America, and now you are Executive Vice President, Business Development. How does that change your role?
It changes it in as much as I'm going to be focusing far more on new business relationships. The way to expand Riviera Travel in North America is to have a lot more closer relationships with co-ops, consortiums, and host agents.
That's kind of what you were doing anyway.
I know. It is very, very similar, but I won't have the responsibility day to day of the salespeople. I'll be working in tandem with them, but being able to focus far more aggressively on the key accounts.
Right, and of course that's part of the reason is that you have a new President North America for Riviera Travel, Stuart Milan, right?
That's right. Well, we've worked with Stuart now for 5 years. Since he basically came to Riviera, but he was responsible for the UK and the US. But now the US has become a major focus for Riviera Travel and, of course, for Stuart.
And that goes back to when you did change the name. You have been, since the beginning, about 6-7 years now, you've been Riviera River Cruises, at least in the United States. The parent company was always Riviera Travel, and then we talked about this before, you changed the name. Overall, everyone knows you now, or should know you now, as Riviera Travel, right?
That's absolutely right. And the reason we did that was because we are expanding in North America and our parent company's name is Riviera Travel, it made sense, whilst we were in this big expansion mode, to then rebrand, because Riviera Travel offers agents and clients just much, much more than just a river cruise. That's right. The whole concept. We've grown the products that we're able to offer.
So now you're going to offer transfers and airlines and all kinds of, and eventually a lot of tours out of the Riviera Travel roster, right?
Exactly. We're going to be combining, let's say, a grand tour of a week in Italy with a river cruise in Europe.
Yeah, so that'll be a lot more products for you to sell. That's going to be great. And so you're really trying to expand a lot in North America now, which I think is great. And you have a great product. There's a value-added product here. We're sailing right now. I mean, this is an amazing new ship. It's beautifully appointed, and I think you've made it. Actually, let's talk about that. What are kind of the improvements that you've made since you came on board, especially those that would appeal to an American audience?
Well, we've made some significant product enhancements, and you know, so many companies say, oh, we listen to our clients. Well, some do and some don't, but we truly do, because one of the things that came up very strongly, actually, at last year's ASTA meeting was the desire to have more than just one included shore excursion. So instead of having one take it or leave it, we now give our clients choices. That's in addition to having a private concierge on board that can get you tickets for anything you might want or tailor-make a tour for you. So that's one of the changes. We've very nice improvement is the onboard drinks program. program. We include wine, beer, and soft drinks with lunch and dinner, but we now have from 6 p.m. till midnight. Basically, it's an open bar. I mean, there are specialty drinks that aren't included, but basically it is an open bar. So we joke, some of our competition will offer you a happy hour, and we offer you a happy 6 hours.
A happy, very nice long evening. That's one. And so that's great. That's actually a lot of major change, actually. Now, let's talk a little bit about something else that you're really focused on, because now you'll be even more focused on, is selling groups. And talk about, what programs do you have to help advisors sell more groups on Riviera Travel?
Well, that is definitely one of our primary focuses, is obtaining group business, and it makes up a significant portion of our revenue right now. So what we've done is we've come up with a very compelling group program of a tour conductor policy of 1 for 7. The 8th person is free. And what we do, which is a little different from our friendly competitors, is we actually take the space out of inventory. So it's not just a right to sell. We take it out by a category. So a client will want like 5 diamond cabins, 5 ruby cabins. So they've got 8 weeks to sell it. And that gives them a lot of time to be able to go out and promote it. So you've got this 1 for 8 scenario, which is obviously very lucrative. But you can take that TC bed and you can give it away, you can sell it or amortize the cost over the rest of the clients. But how this translates, if you book just 4 clients, 4 cabins, 8 clients on a Riviera River cruise, your earning potential by selling that TC bed is over $7,000.
Okay, so that's a big advantage, right?
Oh, yes, very much so.
And then from groups, we turn to another category you've really sort of been revolutionary about. It's selling solo travelers.
Right.
And you really have done a lot of programs to help and change the system here. Talk about how you are catering more to solo travelers.
Okay. Well, the solo market, everywhere you read it's growing leaps and bounds. So on every one of our departures, every River cruise, we have 4 to 5 cabins where there's just a 25% single supplement. But what we have is over 55 departures right now for 25 and 26 where there's no single supplement across all grades. So what that means is if you're on a vessel with 88 cabins, then there's only going to be 88 people on the vessel. And we even do that on the yachts. So you can imagine if you're on a yacht with 38 guests normally, there's only going to be 16 people. It'll be like your own private yacht.
Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. You really have people are starting to look at solo travel more clearly and more focused, but you really have already done it.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not just people who don't have a partner. So often we get groups of gentlemen or ladies that want to travel. Their spouses might not want to go with them, but they don't want to share a cabin. They want to be with their friends, but when you get older, you want your own personal space.
Absolutely, no. So that's great. So you really solo travel, you got taken care of. Groups, you've really focused on, and then of course, what do you consider to be Riviera's greatest selling points now today compared to the other brands in the market?
I have to circle back to price value. I mean, we have beautiful hardware. We have extremely spacious cabins. The average size of our French balcony cabin is 183 square feet. We stack up brilliantly against the competition. And yet we offer so much more included, with the drinks program and the multiple shore excursions. If you look at the price for a Riviera cruise and the quality of the product with the hardware and the software, it's a very, very compelling story. And equally importantly to winning all these awards and accolades, which we are doing, both in the UK and over here, is the Trustpilot scores. 4.7, that's very good.
Right. So you basically, that's why, and of course you've improved the food actually.
Oh yeah, for sure. We listen to our clients, and we take it into heart what they say and what they want to have on board, and we implement it.
No, it's been a revelation. I remember when you started,
Yeah.
before COVID. This is how you've been now. How long? How many years have you been here?
7.
7 years. That's because I remember when you did it. I'm like, what is Riviera Travel? Or then what is Riviera River Cruises? And now you've gone back to Riviera Travel with a parent organization. Do you think that's going to be a big selling point too? Now that you have a greater roster of products that you can sell in addition to river cruises?
Well, I certainly think it's going to make us stand out because, we don't want to be selling just a river cruise. And the fact that we can be a one-stop shop with all the elements, the air, the hotel, the tours, it gives us a far wider reach of clientele. And I think it will help to put us on the map in North America.
And also you can sell combination things like tours and cruises, pre-post, all these different things. And so you can just go to Riviera Travel now and really, not just a river cruise, you can sell the whole European vacation, right?
Exactly, but we really are focusing our efforts in North America. We are opening an office. I think it's April 1. It opens. Call centers being.
That's in Fort Lauderdale.
That's in Fort. Yes, sorry. Yes, it's in Fort Lauderdale. April 1. Our call centers there, and we've expanded our sales coverage, and we're getting a brand new website. That's really important because our website's okay, but it's not terribly easy to navigate.
Right.
So the new website's coming into play. That's going to be, I'm told, no later than the 1st of June.
Okay.
And we're going to have a new e-learning center on there. I mean, my sales organization and myself, we always do webinars. I do lots and lots of webinars. But there's nothing like being able to offer a travel partner the ability at their leisure to sit down and take a course.
No,
So
absolutely.
that's what
And you're working on training and now you have a lot more products that they have to learn how to sell in Riviera Travel. So overall, you'd say, and also by the way, the website currently is RivieraRiverCruises.com, but eventually it'll translate to Riviera Travel, right?
Exactly.
Riviera Travel. So that's clear. But for now, go to RivieraRiverCruises.com, and then by hopefully June.
That's what Stuart, our new president, said. It's going to be June, so we'll hopefully hold him to that.
Well, we're looking forward to that, and looking forward to seeing how. I think it's a great product. It's a great. He's trying to position in the upper premium, I think, is where you are now,
Absolutely.
and I think there's room in the market for that.
Thank you. I'm convinced there is because every article you read says that river cruising is growing and growing and growing, and there's obviously evidence of that because there's more people getting into it. But I'm very confident that there is a significant niche for Riviera Travel.
Fantastic. Well, Marilyn, it's great to be aboard. You're Shep here. Wonderful. Thank you for inviting me for this quick, short cruise up from Budapest to the Astor River Cruise Expo. I'm going to be looking forward to seeing you. I know you're going to be presenting up there.
Yes.
And it's going to be amazing. It's bigger than ever, this River Cruise Expo, and I think
Yes, it is.
and it's going to be amazing to cover it and see all the new product coming on board.
Thank you, James. Thank you. And we're delighted to be a part of it.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.